Hello, and welcome to your daily oracle reading for Tuesday, September 1st, 2020. I'm Linda the Lightworker. I'm a shamanic practitioner, and I make these daily videos so we can all stay on our purpose-driven path, living one day at a time, doing our best to say nice things to ourselves and take care of ourselves before we start taking care of others. So if this is your first time here, thank you for stopping by. All the information about me and the tarot decks I use is down below in the doobly-doo box. LindaTheLightWorker.com is my website, or you could email me directly, LindaTheLightWorker@gmail.com, and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. All right, I've had a request this week to be using the Mother Peace Tarot deck, which is one of my Bibles. What I love about this deck is that the cards have different interpretation, whichever way they fall, and I am really using that today. All right, our first card today is the Eight of Swords. So here we are, knocking our swords up against this wall while these crows are over here laughing at you while you're doing that, like banging your head against the wall. So here's the thing, is that when I threw this card, it was in a different position, and this is the invitation to look at where you are in your head today. Are you having this idea? Let's say it's about money, just because everybody can relate to money. Let's say that you're thinking about your skill set and this is the only way you know how to earn a living, and nobody's hiring, or you don't want to go work in public because you have a compromised immune system, or whatever story, and you're banging your head against this wall. And the crows are over here laughing and saying, look, there's an opportunity. This is a ladder. You could climb up this ladder and get out of these walls of how you're feeling trapped. So the question is, are you feeling stale mentally? What are you telling yourself? Now, because it's a swords, that represents the air signs, and those are Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And so the air signs tend to make it all a mental game first. And this is wise advice for all of us, by paying attention to where our thoughts are and what kind of little box. Look at how she's put herself in this box, pigeonholed herself, and breaking her swords trying to get out of this box without doing anything different. She's never going to break through there. So that's that. What Einstein say, the sign of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. Pay attention to where your thoughts are, especially at how you're classifying yourself and thinking that your opportunities are very limited. All right, our second card today is the Ace of Discs. Now the discs represent the earth signs, and happy birthday, Virgo. I can't tell you how grateful I am that we are finally in September and full into Virgo. That August seemed to go on forever. And this little baby is laying with some acorns and playing. But when I threw this card, it came up in the reverse position. So the Pentacles represents those stability things, the stability of those practical things, material, work, earning, that sort of thing. And so when she comes up in reverse, the invitation here is to really look at what you're being offered. So perhaps, and you could be offering this to yourself. This could be the offering you're doing yourself. This is the only option you're offering yourself. Does it really fit with you? Does it fit with who you are today, what is being offered? This can also be something about maybe you're offered a gift. Let's say somebody gives you a pack of cigarettes as a gift. Is that something you really want? I mean, do you even smoke anymore? Look at what's being offered to you, and does it fit who you are? And when it comes in the Pentacles, this can be about a real solid earthly reality. So just pay attention to how you're feeling. I mean, Spirit's saying you should be playing with those acorns. You should just be, and the acorns being seeds, right? And they can plant trees, or you can make wonderful food. Isn't No, that's a hazelnut, but whatever. The acorn being that nut, that nugget of information inside the seed. So pay attention to where you want to go and what is being offered to you. And I'm really hearing these are these old stories you're offering yourself. That's why you keep banging your head up against the wall. You know, I have some soul sisters. I have a lot of soul sisters. I'm so grateful for all of them. And we have weekly meetings, my soul sister meetings, and we always say back and forth that, oh, that's the snack cracker job, right? So what does that mean? That means like going out and getting a job where you are restocking shelves in a grocery store of snack crackers, right? So you'd be driving a truck around, loading things into a grocery store. And we use that as a metaphor for our little group because one, none of us want to be eating snack crackers. None of us want to be running in and out of grocery stores. And what a lot of hard work in traffic, meeting those deadlines. Like that's not a good, that's not a right fit for those of us in our soul circle group. And the reason why we keep coming up with that is because we think that's how we have to make money. So going back and saying, oh, that's what's being offered. So look at what's being offered and how it fits who you were. You know, maybe 20 years ago, restocking snack crackers was a really good gig for you. But who you are today, maybe how your diet is and the work level that you want to do, that's not really fitting you. So pay attention to what's being offered and how you are offering that for yourself. You're deciding that's what you need to do. All right, our third tarot card today is the Incredible Magician, and we love magicians because that means all of this chaos that's happening in our head is an opportunity to start fresh. We have the energy. The magician is all about taking focused action moving forward. But more than taking action, it's working your magic, like being able to create that magic that you do. So what is that magic that you do? You do that voodoo that you do so well. That's what I'm hearing, what you do. So for, you know, perhaps you are a person who does prayer and has a ritual with a candle. I know many people do the candle magic or whatever, just offering. One of the things that I've been doing that I feel is incredibly magical, I write these letters to God now, and I put it in my God box, and I just kind of talk to God. I just kind of let it out, and then I get I receive responses in meditation. It's really fantastic. So what are the things that you're doing to make magic? How can you reawaken your magic and focus your energy today rather than banging your head up against this wall that doesn't suit you anymore? Because that's not the invitation. You know what you don't want to do, so it's time to focus that energy in where you do want to do. And I hear you. You're saying, well, I don't know what I want to do. Channel that energy into the magic and ask Spirit, God, the universe, your higher power, whatever words you use to connect with, to help show you the way. And our final card, which comes from the lovely Denise Linn Sacred Travelers deck, will really clear it out. We have our final card, which is the Vast Vistas. So this guy has climbed to the top of the mountain, is stepping out of his box, his snack cracker box, and looking at life in all directions. Oh my God, look at these beautiful fall colors coming in, that mustard gold yellow. I love it. I love that color. That's going to be a big color this fall. So really not just looking at what's in front of you, but looking around you and stepping out of that box that you've put yourself in. You've cornered yourself in the box. You're the one who said, this is the only way I can have a relationship, or this is the only way that I can earn a living. Or, you know, when we make those proclamations of that's it, that's the only way this can be done, then we get kind of caught up in that little box. So the invitation is to step out of that box and look around. I think of that. I'm sure I've told my regulars know this story. One time I was picked up by a cabbie. I actually didn't even have enough money for a cab ride that night, and he drove me to my home for free, and we were having a talk about money and earning living, and he told me this thing his mother said, which was, your life isn't just in front of you, it's all around you. So when we take that moment of time and look at all the different directions of how life shows up for us, that's how we get a fuller picture, and we can step out of that box that just doesn't fit anymore. This is about you. What does this say? Expand your horizons. Yes, expand your consciousness, expanding your horizons. So look for the possibilities. Look for the color. Look for what makes you smile. Look for what feels right in your bones. Look for how you get maybe some little butterflies in your tummy, like, oh, I don't know, could I do that? Maybe I can. And stay aware and open for this magic that you can create to fall into your life. You know, I'm hearing you guys, I'm going to get a big, this Mother Peace deck comes really big. I'm going to buy one of those. I think that'll be better here than these tiny cards. I know you don't care about that, but that's me thinking outside of the box, using the round cards. All right, my dear, sounds like, there's a little bit of work that's going on here. I'm looking at the cards again, especially with paying attention what's being offered to you. It might not be the right fit, or it might be okay for just a little while. It's all right to refuse what's offered, because when we clear up what we don't want in our life, then what we do want shows up. Woof, all right, my dear, that's our reading for today. Sounds like a little bit of work, but you know what? You got to believe in the magic, and you are the magician in your life, and you can do it. If anybody can do it, holy cow, I know it's you. So don't get caught up in those trauma stories, beating your head up against the wall. Just take a deep breath and say, this is who I am today. This is who I am, and just start heading forward, because you know what? You can do it. All right. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you next time.